Ain't nobody fresher than my motherfucking clique. As I look around, they don't do it like my clique. And all these bad bitches, man, they want the, go.
Hey guys, it is Aero Maniac here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a kind of strange commentary. But before I get into that, I'm going to talk to you about the gameplay. What this gameplay is a match of Search and Destroy. I was actually in a really negative mood playing this game. I did not want to play it at the time. I got a nice 15-4 in Search and Destroy. I was really happy. But you know the thing about Wii Remote in theater mode is that when you aim down the sight, it centers the weapon, so it looks really funky when I ADS. So you'll have to bear with that. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I'm using the Diamond AM94 and some low kill streaks for some challenges and whatnot. But yeah, I actually do have some nice colored diagrams that I made in Paint.net. If you don't know what Paint.net is, it's kind of like Photoshop, but a little less advanced and a little more advanced. Well, a lot more advanced than Paint, if you know what I mean. So, it's a pretty good program. I use it for most of the stuff that I need to draw or do whatever with. And yeah, it's free. So look it up if you are interested. It's pretty good. It's very similar to Photoshop. So um, yeah. Now I use some color diagrams to keep you guys entertained and stuff like that. So let me know if they are readable. I think they are. And this story is kind of a ghost story, but not completely. Like it's leading up to a ghost story that I have in my current house today. So I'm gonna time travel. Both of us, all of us who are watching, we're going to time travel to February of 2011. This is about 2 years ago from now. It was near the end of February, but close enough. About 2 years ago, and we were moving out of my old house. At this time, YouTube-wise, guys, I only had about uh, I don't know, about 300 subscribers, 400 maybe, and it was nice. You know, I worked at Taco Bell for about a month or two, and yeah. So we're moving out of the house. If anybody has moved out of a house before, you know that is not fun. You have to clean everything. You have to get every single piece of furniture in the car and all that jazz. And yeah, it's not a pretty sight to clean things. So to prepare to move. So what we had to do was my mom was off. I mean, my mom was working, sorry. And my stepdad was working. So my grandma was off and I was off for the day. So that means me and my grandma had to clean this house spotless because it was the end of the month and we didn't want to have to pay for another month of rent, which makes complete sense. So, by the way, right here, this RC card, I was just holding accelerate and it randomly started off with a U-turn, so I blew it up. I was like, fuck that. I ain't gonna deal with those whack-ass controls. It actually does it again, the second RC card, so I was just blow it up again, so it was just stupid. It was a waste of time. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, uh, so it was up to me and my grandma to clean this house in this 1 day time period. Um, I don't know if this is a ghost story. I don't want this to get too much hype if it's not technically a ghost story, but it's gonna lead up to it. So we might have a part two in the next part if this gets well enough favoritism. So here is my house right here. And it's a simple diagram, it's not too difficult, but I'm going to color this to make it a little bit more readable. And what you see here in orange is actually my living room and the entrance to my house. And the blue is my dining room, the yellow is my kitchen, the pink was my sister's room, both of them, and the red was mine and my brother's room. And the green was my mom and stepdad's room. Now the gray was the outside world, so don't worry about outside. Okay, so this is a pretty simple diagram. It looks pretty nice. It turned out looking pretty good. And here was a bag of trash that I had. Me and my grandma were cleaning with, and there is A and G. A stands for Aero, and G stands for Grandma. The only thing in this entire house was that bag of trash, Aero, and Grandma. And we were just basically scrubbing walls and stuff like that. Okay? Simple enough. It makes sense, right? Okay. Before I get into what actually happened, let me just state that in this house, I actually had 3 pet birds. Not all at the same time, all separate times. But let me signify that bird is is my favorite type of pet. I prefer a bird over any type of pet. I've had three of them in this house, and all three of them died individually, not because of mistreatment or anything, but just because they're parakeets. They die easy. So I'm gonna just throw that out there, and I'm gonna go back into the story. So not even kidding. As you can see, I'm right there with my grandma. I heard through the wall, right in that red circle, in my sister's closet, through the wall, was some sort of baby laughter. And I'm not even kidding, guys. This house was spotless. Spotless, okay? And that baby laugh caught me off guard. I did not expect something like that to happen, you know? And there's this old story that we had back when my cousin and my sister were maybe like 12, and now they're like 17. So when they were little, my cousin used to scare my sister. I thought it was on purpose, but after this, I don't know. She told my sister that she saw a ghost of a girl looking through the clothes. You know, that sounds whatever. I was just laughing the whole time, you know, being a brother, laughing at their little ghost story and stuff. But, you know, I just heard a baby laugh and ain't nothing in the fucking house. So, I don't know. Crazy shit. So I'm like, okay, Grandma, did you just hear that shit? Did you hear that baby laugh? What the fuck was that? And she's like, yep, I heard that. I don't know what that was. And neither one of us wanted to go to the room. And I don't know if you could blame us, but like, fuck that. I ain't going there. So it was kind of weird. I mean, we completely swept out every single room. There was nothing but floor and wall in that house. Um, but yeah, okay. So now, about 20 minutes later, you know, pretty close to the baby laughter, there was a noise in my room. As you can see, the red arrow is pointing up towards my room. That's where the sound came from. And it was a bird tweet. Yeah, I know. It sounds kind of weird, right? A bird tweet. Why is that scary, Arrow? It's a bird. I don't know. It sounded like it came from my room specifically. More, the arrow should have been more diagonally, or diagonaled, or whatever. Diagonally aimed towards my room. And that's where it sounded like it came from. Um, Kind of ignored it. And about 3 or 4 seconds later, like that close, a second bird tweet came, and it came from right here in the corner of my dining room. Now, that right there was actually where I kept my bird cage, right there in the corner of that room. And again, about 4 seconds later, one more bird tweet over here by the shoe closet in front of my front door. That's where my house left. Okay, so that's where the front door was. So, you're like, Arrow, you tripping, man. What the fuck? Nah, man, I don't lie. I'm dead serious. This all happened, honestly. So, I was kind of like, whatever, okay. So, I thought to myself, what was that? I don't know what the baby laughter was, but I think the three bird tweets were the fact that I had three birds, first of all. And as cheesy as this sounds, I believe the locations of the bird tweets were basically some sort of, I don't know, some sort of way signifying the bird's lifetime or something, maybe. I don't know. Because it started off in my possession, which is my room, you know? And then it goes to the bird cage, you know? That's where it lived. And that's where it tweeted at. And then it signified that it's dying, it left, it went out the front door. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. This story wasn't too ghost-like, but maybe in part two, if this gets enough favoritism, I will do a part two, and we'll see how that goes from there. But hopefully, you guys did enjoy. Please leave a like if you did, and let me know what you thought in the comments. Be specific on techniques I could use. Tell me what you thought of the diagrams, and yeah, I love you guys. I will see you later. All right, peace.